JT, a bit of a dour game.
Yeah, it was very dour. And you know, for us, in the end, to not score any points was really disappointing. And look, that's not what we've come to know from the West Tigers over the years. But and we're really disappointed about that. But at the same time, we're working really hard to change the way this team plays, because we're coming from a long way behind. We're coming from a long way behind in regards to matching it with the best teams in the comp. And one try against us tonight was a major positive for us. That's what we're working towards. Disappointing that we couldn't get any points ourselves, but that's the path we're on. That's the path we're on. We're on the path to toughening up as a team. And you know, you say dour, and you know, you could easily say tough. That was a tough game tonight, and we toughed it out better than we have done in most of our games this season.
JT, Paul Green said that the Cowboys went in there with a plan to play one-out football because the players they were missing and to tough it out. I mean, did you guys go in with a similar plan to match that, or was there a plan to play expansive football and you just got caught up in the one-out sort of play?
No, we never have a plan to play one out at all, but at the moment we're putting so much energy into what we're trying to do defensively that we haven't got enough left for our attack. But we can't go the other way around. We can't say, let's throw the ball around and hope to get some points, and we know that when we tire we'll let some in, but hopefully we've scored enough. You know, that has been the motto at West Tigers for a long time. You know, they're the facts. But it hasn't worked since 2005, and we're about changing that. We're heading down the path of changing that, and regardless of the team we played tonight, we conceded one try, and our defence was probably the best it's been all season.
And as a spectacle, a lot of people taking to social media now saying it was a real boring match and lack of points. Yeah. And they're blaming it on the origin period, obviously, because we were missing some of our brighter stars. I mean, does this make a case for having a standalone origin series?
Oh, right now, you know, that question is something that I don't want to try to come up with any energy to answer. We got some challenges ahead of us. We got to be head down, bum up, and working really hard. But it's not as bad as it looks, is my message to our boys. We made some improvements tonight. We've got a simple goal in this season, and we did well in regards to that goal tonight, albeit the result in the end isn't good enough.
You're talking about something like you need to find a perfect balance between a defence and attacking situation. You're obviously happy with the defence, but not with the attack. What's kind of the secret to finding a balance between
No, we're not talking about a perfect balance, to be honest. At the moment, we're trying to be a better defensive team, and it's hard work because we've come from so far behind. You know, we were dead last year, dead last, bottom of the ladder in defence, and the only reason we weren't bottom of the ladder overall was because there's some attacking ability in this team. But in the NRL, you don't compete if you can't defend. You can't come last in defence and be anywhere near the 8. And while that game would have been ugly to watch, and West Tigers supporters would be feeling that was pretty crap, we're on the path to changing the way we play. We're on the path to competing with the best teams in the competition. Is that going to happen this year where we can get ourselves into the top 8? I'm not sure. But we are on that path, and the goal is to stick to it. The plan is to stick to it, I should say.
Are you going to stick with the hubs?
Absolutely.
Yeah. There was a bit of talk in the commentary about Mitchell Moses maybe trying a little bit too hard. Would you put that down to Robbie Farron not being in the team, or is it a kid?
I thought Mitch was, from an attacking perspective, I thought Mitch was a bit of a shining light for us. He created some things and looked dangerous. I thought Mitch and Curtis Sirenen were the two guys who looked like they were going to get us out of trouble. And Mitch came up with the play that could have resulted in a try for Kevin Nagama. So talk and write all you like about our halves, but those guys are the halves in a team that's on the back foot. I've said it a bit, and I said it last week, and that's tough. And it's a tough road for them, but these are lessons that they will cherish in a few years' time.
Jason, over the years we've had periods where there was the emphasis on defence, and then we've had periods where the emphasis on attack in the premiership. Where are we now? Is defence is too much emphasis on defence now to be successful? Or?
I think that the game is speeding up, and the attack may come around again, but as coaches, it's defence rules and still has ruled over the last 10 years, and that's what we're planning. That's the way we're planning our game. Should that continue to evolve in regards to the attack starting to dominate, then that would be nice for us, but it's not happening right now.
It's not really good news for spectators, is it? I really think it makes the game less interesting to watch.
I think tonight's game, due to the scoreline, may have kept some people interested, but you've got to remember the players that were out of the game tonight. I think it's an important factor.
How's Timson?
We're not sure. We were hopeful that he would come back out after half time, but he didn't. He obviously had an ankle injury recently. It's the same ankle and a similar injury, but not exactly the same in that his ankle twisted the other way. So I'm not sure.
So is his left or his right ankle?
Right.
Dene, it was pretty frustrating to watch. What was it like for you out there?
It was pretty frantic out there. We've been working really hard on our defence, and I think that was our focus going into tonight. And we put a lot of emphasis on trying to get up quick and win our contacts, and I thought we did that. But it was a tough game, and it went from start to finish. So I thought the boys played really tough, and there was a lot of boys that put their hand up, given the opportunity that they had. So, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So it's a, I disagree.